I want my money back. He wants his money back. Dude, I'm surprised your fucking logo should be on screen. I think I might have forgot to put it on. Shit should have been on there for, like, forever. Commissar? Commissar? Where the fuck is it? No, it does. It certainly does. Sec. It should always be at the bottom right. Look at that! Oh my god. Go to the UK. If you don't live in the UK, you have to live in the UK. Do you have a bot in your Discord, by the way? Was that a bot that added me, or was that a person? Is Tom a person? Oh, it's a bot. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, bro, what? I didn't do anything. I post an image and I'm like, yo, you guys carried Tamiya as a joke? Yeah. Please don't at the staff members. I'm like, all right. I'll take my business to your eBay channel or your eBay instead. I mean, you could turn it off. It's not that bad. Just turn it off. Or just delete it. Yeah, you may as well. You should look into this putty, too. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's really damn good. Everyone has, like, really, really good reviews of the Tamiya quick set putty. I don't even want to use green stuff anymore, I'm not gonna lie. I've used green stuff for ages, and I'm like, this is just better. I was kind of saying I needed green stuff for, like, the beards, because it has an elasticity that's really nice, but yeah.
Is that all you've got? You must have more.
Logo looks better in that corner. Guess I better get scammed out of some money.
Oh my god, money! I could buy more squats. Yo, Ryan, for fucking $50. Jesus, thank you, sir. It does. Listen, for every placement on stream, $50. For every minute. Hey, Ryan, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Listen, I will be sure to spend it at thewarp.co.uk. Thank you, man. Listen, he's a very, very kind gentleman. A very massive 50. Which is actually going to go to Mochi's vet bill because we have to bring him in. Mochi has a... He started licking his arm to the point where it got sore. And now he's got a scab. And he needs to go in, like, today or tomorrow. We called them. They never got back to me. So Mochi needs some TLC. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, sir. Is that from the new set? I opened a Spirit Forge booster. I don't know if I got anything Irelia, but I'll let you know. Green stuff shutting down in the US. Apparently it is shutting down in the US. I don't... Green stuff is just comfortable, but honestly, this shit is amazing. Like, this is incredible in terms of what it does. It does not. Yeah, I'll let you know. I opened a booster. I actually don't like Spirit Forged. There's nothing for me in it, but Ivana wanted one, and she's like, let's open it. Alright. But maybe. Maybe. There might be something good. There's no bilge water, obviously, but... if you have Origins, honestly, probably. I prefer Origins, honestly. Like, if you're better off just holding onto that, do it, man. It's no biggie. Yeah, you're way good. Thank you. It's fine. There's just nothing in that set for me. I was looking through it, and I'm like, what is there in this? There's no bilge water. There's no, like... Yeah. If it's better for you, just do it, man. I arrived just in time. Hello, sir. Oh, you know what? No. You know what? Don't put Origins in. Put the other one. Ivana would crucify me. Put the other one. She wants to see the new cards. Yeah. That's okay. We'll take a look at it. If we find anything, I'll let you know. Yeah. Did you ever get photos of the armies that arrived? You said there was like 9 Moria armies? Lark says hello, sir. I haven't played Riftbound yet, no. I just don't really have time for Riftbound as much as I'd like to play it. I find myself being sidetracked with like 20 other things. This beard looks pretty good. You like it? Is it fun? Yeah, Daughters of Cain got updated. That is true, they did. That was recent. I did see that on Facebook. All of Ryan's Gooner British fans are like frenzied outside his store right now waiting for the release. They need it. Yeah, before the mustache, this looks totally acceptable. I like it. Looks good. Okay, let's do another one real quick. Beard looks a lot more full. Yeah. It's just, I have to do so many of them anyways, it's going to be back and forth. Nothing to compare to, but I like it. I guess it's also because it's League, right? If you've got League of Legends in your veins, which is probably a health issue, you know, you've most likely got the TCG bug, Riftbound. Fuck. Like, if you've ever been a fan of League and they come out with like a League card game, I mean, yeah. I feel like most people are. Or at least we're kind of on board with that idea. Okay, this might be a bit too... Top 3 TCG? With what? Pokemon and Magic? Everyone seems to really like Riftbound. These are like AK modeling tools, but they're really just like dentistry tools, honestly. Not these ones, but like the standard metal ones. You can go to a hobby store, you can go wherever and just kind of find them. I don't know if Ryan stocks them, thewarp.co.uk. Dentist tools are everywhere, but these are silicone tip brushes, is what they're called. AK makes a set, that's what I'm using right now. Yeah. You know what? Even art stores have them. Dentist tools. I think this is a matter of it was too dry, and I tried to rush through it because I don't have enough strands to work with. This is just too little. I would have liked at least thinner strands for this one. Not that they all have to line up, but, like, yeah. Acquired tools and ideas, silicone tip brush were called. Yeah, they're just silicone tip brushes. They're really good for, like, natural shapes, like any sort of soft thing you may want to work on. Conversion work is fun, but it can sometimes be... The biggest problem about hobbying is being satisfied with what you've made. There needs to be a level of, like, contentment for you to want to move on with things. Like this, I want to redo this so badly. I don't like it. Yeah. Messing with lots of organic. Yeah, exactly. There's a guy on YouTube who does a lot of, like, insane Tyranid green stuff work. It looks like he literally just works for GW. Forgot his name, but he has a small channel, and his Tyranid sculpting is just fucking nuts. Like, straight out of, like, Alien, H.R. Giger. Really, really impressive shit. Like, I've never seen something so well done outside of, like, GW in terms of hand-sculpted, like, Tyranid stuff. You'll always find something in life that inspires you to want to do it. I mean, all of this squat work was inspired by another guy who used to do squats, and he was really cool at, like, sculpting very classical-looking things. Easy sleeves, easy beards, but it was very well done, and that's what inspired me to do all this stuff. And, You know, it's people inspire people. I think what I need to do is actually drop the strands in half. Here, hello, sir. People do like that game, yeah. Magnetizing basic sculpting. Yeah, well, basics, yeah, that should be really easy. Basic magnet sculpting. Shouldn't be so bad. People really do like, the new Resident Evil, though. Hmm. Doesn't make sense. I think what I'll want to do is actually go back in and just find our strands. The thick ones look good. They'll look good painted, but you can also make them thinner. which is what I'm doing right now. Because an example that's a little bit more realistic. The other one's a bit more stylized. I don't know, I like both. Would it make sense to have both? A coarse beard and more of like a combed one? I mean, how varied are beards? What's the beard lore? I should know this. I mean, this looks much better. Like, in my opinion, that looks better than this. This is just, this is good. This is better. Like, that's a fucking beard. This is, it'll look good with the mustache. The mustache is really what's missing, but yeah. It's pretty good. Yeah. Well, sometimes it's just, it's a bit of a hiatus. It's a little bit of a hiatus. My issue with this hobby is I get so obsessive to the point where I throw up. Well, I don't throw up, but I feel like throwing up. We've edited the first part of the squat video, but since we have one editor doing both channels, and this is more of a passion project where there's like no funds, it's a little, it's to the wayside, but it's being done. We have the intro finished, like for the new video. We need to, sorry, hang on. I'm almost scared that it's too fucking detailed. Like, it's quite the beard. It's quite the beard. Yeah, there's a YouTube channel for this. Well, this could be a coarse beard, though, no? People have very, very coarse beards. I mean, I could do it for all of them, but, like, I'm scared that it's too detailed. Like, I like it a lot. I like this more than this. But technically, if you want to make a beard look good, you need strands. Strands are, like, the #1 most important thing. Yeah. Those are a little harder. Natural things are easier to sculpt outside of like a body than made things, in my opinion. I'm bad with like hard angles. Just hobby videos. The first one is about the squat I made, which I can show you in a sec. Let me just work on this for a little bit, sorry. Or it completely dries up and dies. It's a good looking beard. I do like that beard, that's nice. Yeah, sorry, let me just work on this for like a few minutes. I'm proud of that. These look really nice. Actually, these look really, really nice. The strand fidelity is really good if you paint it really well. Yeah, so the first YouTube video was supposed to be about, one sec. Let me just get the shit off my hands. I did, like, a weird little concept piece for the start of this army. Because typically before I do anything, I like to at least mock up something. There's still jelly on my hands, sorry. There's fucking jelly. I got jelly on me. So the first video on the channel was supposed to be about this squat that I did. It was just a little mock-up test piece. Like, I sculpted the arms, I sculpted the fingers, I did the beard. It wasn't really as fine as this, but this was more of like a for fun, little evocative piece of like an old piece of artwork. So it was just meant to be a little tester. And I'm like, why not make that into a YouTube video? Yeah. Okay, so the mustache is going to basically make the rest of it. I think it's good. I don't know. The beards look better this way. I don't know if it, like, holds up with the style of sculpt, but they look good. The beards look really good. Like, I can't help but put detail into the beards. I don't know. They look better this way. Very pleased. I guess for the sake of painting it, though, again, like, beard strands are the most important thing when painting a beard. That's what makes it look good. If you don't have enough strands, it'll just look like a complete piece of shit. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, this looks much nicer. And then he'll have the mustache. Well, the mustaches are pretty fun. Yeah, this guy needs one. But they're all going to get a mustache, but... Technically, my beards are a little bit weird because they're flowing into places I don't want them to, which is not good. Yeah, you do need a good mustache, though. They're not even... I mean, you can make mustaches massive. You can make them small. I'm probably going to style them in a million different ways, because these are just all dwarves. Like, they'll do their own little stylings. But yeah. When this dries, I can do it. I won't be doing it today. I should probably do one more beard, actually. And then I have to work on the mustache. I just have to be aware of, like... I have to be aware of not sculpting too high into the face. Because my goal is to basically mask. My goal is to mask some of the excessive beard with the mustache as it flows out.
No, fuck off!
Ari Chan, thank you, buddy. You look pretty good. Thank you, sir. I think I showered about 2 weeks ago. How much work do you do with the pick? Quite a bit. I mean, all the fine detail will be with the pick, but a lot of the broad strokes will be with the silicone tool. You're basically etching in strands with the silicone tool and then going in and basically tripling or doubling them. I guess that's kind of the idea. Like, the strand fidelity is really, really good. It's really, really nice. Once the mustache is on, this should look really fucking cool. I don't think the beard had to kind of stop in one area, but whatever. This is acceptable. I only shower every month. No, I'm just... Yeah, mentally cooked a little bit. I have to stop working on this. Yeah, that's really good. Both of these are done. Before I become a complete mental asylum escapee patient and I rip them off because I notice one thing I don't like, yeah, they're done. So, and the coolest thing about this putty is you can actually, it dries hard, so you can go back in and literally take your knife and, like, kind of scrape it down a bit, if you want to. They need to cure a little bit, yeah. Technically, whenever you work with putty, you should at least have it cure to a degree. You don't want it, like, completely cured, but the harder the better sometimes. Yeah, it looks good. It's suitably strandy. And then... Oh. See what I mean? The issue with being an artist is you always want to go back and look at your problems and be like, I can change that, but you really shouldn't. And I'm not saying, like, I'm an artist or anything, but that's just, like, the usual culprit is you just... You want to go back in and, like, alter it. You want to go in and you want to do stuff, and it's like, just don't fucking do it. Yeah, exactly. I need to fill that in. I really should just let this dry without messing with it. I don't like how it's, like, in front of the strap. It looks too manufactured. It doesn't look like real enough. I guess it looks fine, though, because the angle... He's supposed to be throwing a grenade once I can get the grenade carved out and then, like, stick it in his hand. And who's to say that I can't just go back in and, like, add things to it? Because technically you can keep adding to putty. Let's do the third beard, now that we're already on the beard topic. Oh, this is actually still usable. What the fuck? Oh, because this isn't mixed. That's why. But it's simply too much. Well, I am joking. Of course I shower. I just look gross. I just look ugly. The older I get, the more ugly I get. My heart grows. My body deteriorates. I become super fat, super ugly. Super deadly ugly. Yeah. You need the Vaseline. I've never used so much of this shit in my life until sculpting. But it really is good. Okay, so I can't make this beard too big. Let me learn from my previous mistakes of putting too much putty. This beard can't be too big. That should be totally fine. As long as I'm conscious. Ad revenue. I don't think I make any money. Well, I make a, like, I think the last paycheck I saw on this channel was about 200 bucks, which is awesome. It 100% does not pay for the bills, nor does it pay for groceries. But yeah. But it's awesome. To be able to make any money online is a blessing. So thank you. None of my hobbies net me money. Well, I stream for a living. Not that you can make money on your hobbies, man. Whether or not you want them to make you money. When you do something like this, you don't think about the money. I'm not actively getting online hoping people give me $1,000. You're just kind of doing your thing. That'd be awesome. You know, it's like, hey, $1,000? Whoa, that's rent. But it can sometimes. Yeah, well, hobbies are what bring us joy. People can love what they do for work. I do. But also hobbies are something that can ground us in our own time. Yeah, this is going to be more of like a rounded beard, I guess. It doesn't really matter what they are. There's so many of them I have to do. This one's like an unkept mess. This one's more rounded. Yeah, it's cool. Sure. The beard shape doesn't matter. They're all just like Brotherhood squats. They're just dudes. You know, maybe... No, I should use the tool. The tool makes them so nice. Oh my god. 10. 10 troops, 6 exo armor, 3... It's about 19 troops, 19 infantry. All of them are being converted, so... It's a bit of a hobby project, but... Yeah, 10 basic troops, and then the most exciting thing is probably the exo armor, because there's not much converting to be done. I'm probably going to swap out the guns. I'm going to probably chop out the sword and add the one from the kit, and then put, like, the shoulder-mounted grenade launcher, but it's predominantly just the original body. These have to be converted because these are pretty stiff, in a bad way. Sorry, let me just lock in. I think this is also just going to be another unkept, like, just scruff. This one's actually a little bit combed, it looks like. This one's just... yeah, it's fine. Well, as much as I want to rush through this and get them on the tabletop, yeah, I'd rather be happy with kind of what I'm working with than just a pile of shit that I'm just, like, staring at constantly, thinking of ways to, like, destroy it and do it again. Not everyone's gonna want to, you know, put all that work into getting something done, but, like, I hate thinking about something and then hoping and telling myself it's fine without, like, redoing it. Some things I'm genuinely happy with, and I'm like, I don't even need to do anything more. Otherwise, if I think about it, I know it's bad. If you're thinking about it, it's a problem. Okay, instead of using the sharp tool, I think if I'm really slow with it, I could probably just, without doing it, just do it with this. Go back and try and fix something, make it look worse, so depressing. It is. I had to... If you're very critical of your work, as every artist is, it's fucking demoralizing. I don't need to change it. The beard's, like, perfectly sized. The gun should be able to fit in his hand. It looks pretty good. Starvator, hello, sir. Mochi's got to go in. Mochi hurt himself. We love Mochi, but he needs to go get help. He needs help! Help, Mochi! Vibe of the room. We're chilling. It's a chill room. We've got German BDSM, Rammstein copycat music going on with, like, other stuff. And it looks really good, but I need to compare it. These are flowy, this is more rounded, so sure, I don't mind that. The flowing ones, hardlining them, I mean, they look the exact same, if anything. This is a bit too soft. Maybe not, maybe I should just go in and do both. Could maybe try and hardline a few things. Shit. Um, kind of not really. Kind of not really. We mocked it up, and we liked it, but Ivana's just been so busy. It's a mix of Ivana being busy and me having, like, mental cookage. I'd love to put it on shirts and things like that, but right now there's just no chance. At least right now. I gotta call that good. I should maybe do the other squat. This one was drawing because I had to, like, repurpose a few things. Yeah, we could do this one too. Now that we're at it, let's just do the final beard. I really like these. They're coming out pretty good. We can leave that for now. Let's work on the final beard. Can I still use this, or is it too cooked? They do look really nice. Oh, this is good. Yeah, maybe putting the big fucking beard on the guy with the aiming pose isn't the best idea. It's just so big. It's too big. Okay, if I don't go any thicker, it should be fine. Whatever happens, don't go thicker. Okay, we need to drag this left. This might be... Well, these are not going to be painted for a long time, to be honest. I'm going to be painting them all at the same time. Yeah, I really can't... Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, you know what? That actually works out pretty well. Okay. So, I'm going to be... We have to make this pretty close to the body. What I would like to do is get everything done at the same time, then prime everything at the same time, and then paint it all at the same time. This is a lot of, like, planning because there's so much converting and, like, different things I have to do, but... Yeah, usually... At the very, very end... Okay, Technically, I don't mind that the beard is dipping a little bit here because it needs to hold the gun. Although I should add a little bit more. Yeah. We can just sculpt it and then press it in. It'll be all batch painted, yeah. Pizza, hello, sir. I should probably add just a little bit more to the left side, and then I can really press it in. Why am I giving the biggest beard to the guy who has no fucking, like, room for it? Oh, God. Whoops. Stupidity. Okay. Oops. I think the goal with this one is to completely sculpt it and then press the gun into it. Because I need the indentation. Okay. Bro looks like a fucking, what, like a Snow White dwarf. I think we're gonna have to use the other tool. This thing is just so it's just so dry. It's a big beard. It's a big beard for a guy who's got a gun that's, like, right in front of it. But I don't mind, because I'm gonna try and paint all the guns separately. Yeah, this is a little bit too big. But, you know, it leads you in places. I don't think it's flowing properly. It's not flowing properly. Hmm. This one's probably the best beard I've done, because it actually flows like a beard. It's rounding out in itself. This one's pretty good too, actually. I need to make it... It's a little bit better. The Warp is, it's a store. It's the sponsor of this channel. Ryan, who owns The Warp, he's usually on this channel. It's a big gaming store in the UK, in Havant. So if you're in the UK, check it out. Honestly, really fucking cool place. Never been, but I've seen a million photos. I'll probably be seeing it this year, maybe, if I travel to the UK, but he's the sponsor. Kench 17-1. I did see that, actually. Yeah, I saw it. That's interesting that you got that fed. Like, what are they doing? Yeah, if you're in the UK, it's a cool place. There's a web store. He had a big grand opening with, like, I think he had 3,000 people show up, roughly. Which is incredible. Yeah. Hmm. The fidelity is there, but good question. I've asked him. I'll ask him again. Give it 5% off. 5% of my viewers. Give it 5% off. We should have one. I'll ask him. He's literally always around. He was on stream earlier. W on top of Mel's in lane. I just ran at him. That's kind of insane, because, yeah. I think I might redo this. I keep looking at it, and I'm just like, the flow is just so bad. It doesn't flow anywhere. Just, yeah, there's no life to it. It doesn't look like anything in particular. I think it has to do with, like, the strands. Let me just see what the gun looks like in front of it, but I'm probably just going to rip it off and do it again. Okay, technically, technically it looks perfectly fine. Technically, it looks perfectly fine. Yeah, technically, because you can't even see it. Oh, Ryan, someone was asking if you have a discount code for us. For the warp.co.uk. Which, if you don't, that's fine. We understand. He already has 1 million discounts on the channel. Or on the website. Exactly. Yeah, you're good. He's maximum discounts. He has the best deals you've ever seen. When you order from his website, you're getting it like 99% off. Yeah. It's 99. Yeah, 99% off, bro. I don't like this beard. I don't like the way it looks. Like, when the gun gets propped into it, it looks totally acceptable, especially when a mustache comes in, but yeah. Beautiful thing about putty is you can just redo it. Subs get 200 bucks off their next order. It's probably the whole order, no? For fuck's sake. I was gonna say, Ryan, did you get photos of the Middle-earth armies that you got in? You'll post them later? Yeah. Blank, hello, sir. We're just losing our mind. We're losing our mind on, what's today? Tuesday? We're losing our mind on a day. I don't know. We're doing beards. We're sculpting beards before mustaches. It's coming out pretty good, but, yeah, they need the mustaches pretty badly. The billowing mustaches. Should put this channel link in our Discord. This channel link? Like Hearth and Hobbying? Does someone who works at your store love Fire Slayers? I think I saw. Like, at least you hired the right guy. You hired a dwarf player. That's good news. Is he really? That's cool. Well, listen. Dwarf fans live here. This is the age of the dwarf. Yeah, you're good, man. I mean, we're just chilling here. There's not much going on. It's just, I'm just a greasy guy sculpting beards on small people. That's really all it is. There's not much going on. But thank you. I appreciate it, man. I don't know what your Twitch channel produces, but I really... GP. Okay, well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I can't attest for anyone who plays that game. Well... I agree this is the worst beard. There's something about this beard that I just dislike thoroughly. It might be the flow, but it's supposed to have a gun in front of it. Maybe it's not indented enough, but like... It's meant to have the gun. That's the goal, yeah. Because I have to... If I sculpt the beard, if it's too full, I have to press the gun into it. Which is why that's there. Whereas these guys, like... This guy's throwing a grenade, so his beard doesn't need to be anywhere proper. It could just be like that. And then he'll have the grenade. And then this guy, this one, it's not pressed into the beard, so I didn't have to, like, indent anything, thankfully. Now, some of the way I pose them and sculpted them, I just kind of need... I need, a little bit more room to kind of, like, finagle. I still don't like this beard. There's something about it that just doesn't look good. Maybe it's just the mustache not being on. I don't know. It just doesn't. Maybe it's because there is that dent. I don't know what it is. The strand fidelity is just, it's not, like, clean enough. Yeah. It's a big problem when you start looking at your own stuff and you're like, man, I hate how that looks. It's like, maybe you love it, maybe you hate it. You're always your biggest critic. It's good to kind of sleep on things, especially when you're painting or sculpting. You know, in the heat of the moment, you could be like, that's the worst thing I've ever seen, and then destroy it, and then in hindsight, you're like, wait, it wasn't so bad. Yeah. It's a standard problem. Yeah. It's just good to have fresh eyes. You got to give your brain room to breathe. You've never seen paint? We painted here. I think I'm certainly less of a painter these days than I used to be. Hmm. I'm on the verge of destroying it and doing it again. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it. Yeah, painting. Well, you know what? Everything in Warhammer is a process. Not even Warhammer, everything in hobbying is a process. It's like, you gotta paint, you gotta sculpt, you gotta build things, you gotta do basing. It's like, when are you done? When is it over? Like, one thing leads into another. You're just kind of like all over the place with what you're capable of, and yeah. It's interesting.
Shut up, you dickhead, now fuck off!
McLaughlin, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you. We send love from the warp. Oh, look at that. There is someone here from the warp. That's awesome. Yes, sir. Oh, is this the... Oh, that's Luke? This is the dwarf guy. Yeah, dwarves are good, bro. Yeah, we were talking about, very briefly, the Fire Slayers getting, like, completely shafted. Because they're gonna get shafted. They're gonna be gone. There's no hope for the Fire Slayers, I'm sorry. As much as I want to say, man, their range is, like, the best, and there's a future. The new Cities book should be... Or not Cities book, the new Dispossessed stuff should be cool. They need to stay. It's just a matter of how do you let them stay? How do you let them... exist in that world. Exactly. Yep. All you need now is Lord of the Rings stuff, because Lord of the Rings stuff is goated. Exactly. Speaking of Votann, there's the Fondler. Hello, sir. We're good. We are good. We're good. We're just sculpting beards and losing our mind in the process. There's something about the fidelity of this beard that I'm just not a fan of. It needs the mustache, 100%, but... yeah, I may just rip it off and do it again. I think the more you work at something, the worse it just becomes. Although... I think with the gun on it, it won't look nearly as bad, but... it should look good. My job changed, so I'm missing out on some streams. No, you're good, sir. I do hope you find a new one. You're not missing anything. It's like, man, I missed out on him looking at a space dwarf for 8 hours and resculpting everything repeatedly. You're good, sir. I do hope you find one, though. I think it looks... with the gun and the mustache, it should genuinely look fine. Exactly. The philosophy, it should... yeah, exactly, it should. Well, the issue is, if I don't resculpt it, this stuff gets hard as a rock, and you have to, like, chisel it off. Like, it's pretty bad. But you're not wrong. It's good to give it a day to kind of think about it, but... you know, I've just worked at this one for so long, to the point where I feel like I know it's bad, and I keep trying to make it not bad. And I'm just kind of losing my mind over it, you know? Here, let's just, yeah, let's get that off there. Maybe we can, well, technically this, did I mix this putty anew? It might have been slightly hardened when I tried to work with it, so. And we can make the beard smaller, so that's fine. There we go. Yeah. let's just do it again. It is good practice anyways, so I'm not really too fussed. Beards for 12 weeks. Probably. With the amount of beards I have to do for this, most likely, yeah. There's just too many. When you're working with, like, miniatures from the 80s, you do probably have to, make them look a little bit more up to standard if you want them to fit in. Or you just go straight up old hammer. And, like, just roll with it, you know? Which is cool. Mad Bro, hello, sir. It's good. We're good, we're good. We're still sculpting. We're doing a lot of sculpting, and beyond that, we've got Probably nothing else this morning. At least on this channel. Yeah. Well, we did a few beards this morning, and they all came out very well, so I'm pretty pleased. And we're using the new putty. So there's the first one. And then we did the second one here. Technically, this was the first one. And then this one's more of a billowed, like, rounded beard. Yeah. Well, the mustaches have to come after. It's really hard to do a mustache. This putty's amazing. This is the putty I'm using. Tamiya Epoxy Putty Quick Type is what I'm using. This is amazing. Like, this is better than green stuff, I gotta say. At first I was like, man, I hate sculpting with the beards with this stuff because green stuff is typically a little bit more like rubbery. Obviously you let putty cure and harden and then you're able to kind of like sculpt it a bit better, but one of my favorite bits in D&D groups is with dwarves is they all have stone cutting. All dwarves know rock. You got to if you're a dwarf, right? You're born of it, you die of it. The Karazhan core. Yeah, I miss fantasy dwarves just because we've been doing like 40k stuff for a while now, but yeah. Fantasy dwarves will always be #1. And then whatever these abhuman freaks are. Secondary. Whatever these abhuman mutants who call themselves Dowie. I have myself a late start tomorrow. Oh, nice. That's good. I'll be ending soon. I'll most likely be ending soon. My dog needs to go to the vet, and I'm waiting back on a phone call, but I'm just gonna call them again. My baby needs to go to the vet. Okay, let's roll with that. Let's see if we can make this better right out of the gate. And technically the putty is really soft, so... Yeah, Mochi needs to go. Love that dog. Who doesn't love their dog? Dogs are amazing. Yeah. That's what dogs do to you, man. You love them. Yeah, this beard's already better. This is already better. I can tell. Even though we're very early, it's already better. Sometimes working at something for 30 hours ain't worth it. Just put it down. Put it down, call it quits, don't bother. Let it go. It's like the 4 strands of hair on your head. It's like, let it go. Not that I'm bald or anything, but yeah, let it go. Let it go. Oh, this is much better. Bold! Yeah, this is good. Bold! Yeah, this looks shape-wise, it should be good. I don't really know what I was doing with the other shape. This is not Rammstein / not Marilyn Manson. Oh, this is Stallman. It's not Rammstein. Some bands definitely do wear their inspiration on their sleeve, and this is like... I mean, technically this is just a genre of, like, what? German electro-industrial something. But it's very Stein. My hands have gotten so greasy to the point where it's just too greasy. Like I could fry up a burger with this grease. Okay, so... Oh yeah, that looks much better. Much better. The beards don't need to be as big as their bellies, but it certainly looks better. So I'm chill with that. It's getting better. The issue is the angles are just so hard to get to. I don't know if I now made it to, it needs to be a little bit more full, I think, towards the bottom. You won't even see it. Yeah, you won't see it. That's fine. No, this is for an army. So... this is, like, meant for a... like, a playable army. It's like the shit you do for little plastic men. To feel any sort of satisfaction with the hobby. The shit you do. I'm very jealous of people who just jump into the hobby and they're like, I can't wait to build everything from the box. I'm like, I used to be that way. And then something hit my brain, and it doesn't let me do it. I miss those days of just being a human being. That was fun. I guess so many years of orcs rots your brain. I like it. It's certainly much better. The fidelity is there. You can see, like, the individual strands. I think it's a matter of maybe refining them a little bit better. And we should be good to go, right? Feeling contentment with the hobby is something that I think all of us want. It's sometimes not easy to attain, but yeah. This is a project we just started, and no worries. We just started this project, so essentially what I'm doing is I'm not making these from scratch. I'm just converting them. Converting being you take bits and pieces of different kits, you throw them together, and then you can make something new. So, like, as an example, I drilled out, or not drilled out, but I chopped out the power cells of this, like, gun, and then I added in, like, a drum magazine, and then I also kind of shortened the barrel. But the gist of it is just kind of creating your own minis. The one that I finished as a test piece, my hands are really greasy, I shouldn't be touching this yet, but that was just a for fun little test piece that I did. The arms are sculpted, the beard's sculpted. It's going to be a bit different from what I'm working on now, but yeah. The camera's, like, weird. Yeah. So, it's just... yeah. Thank you. It looks like me. Oh, God. They look like an 80s space dwarf. Maybe not in height. Not in height. Pretty happy with that. That looks nice. The beard is flowing. The gun should probably slot perfectly into it. I just have to make the indent. Why is every, like, German, like, electronic song about sex and, like, German people and their sex? Did you really? You bought some stuff from the Warp? That's awesome. Ryan! PayPal accepted. No, Ryan's stock is amazing. Like, the amount of shit in his store, if I lived in the UK, I mean, that'd be the one place I'd only be. Like, he's got a very nice store. Yeah. Honestly, the amount of, like, product in one place is very, very, very impressive. The only thing local for me that would ever look like the Warp is this place called Double Star Games and Hobbies, and it's on like a big street, but it's like the size of 3 of these rooms. It's so small, but the amount of product in there is amazing. They have like every paint brand, all that stuff, but not to the extent as like his store, the Warp. Yeah, there's a million hobby things. The funniest thing I had to go find within the last, like, month, I think he's got a few in his store, but I had to look around locally for a tub of grass, and they only had one of them in a warehouse in the middle of fucking nowhere. And so I go out there, and I'm like, you got the grass? Like, yeah, give me the grass. And so I got it, and then I came back anyways, and I'm like, this isn't even the right tone that I need, so I just painted it. It didn't even matter. So, yeah. Moral of the story, go to the Warp. You've got everything. You're good. And paint your grass. Paint your grass? It doesn't matter. It's like, regular static grass, I don't know, just paint it. You really? Is it for the new launch? Is it Ascended Heroes? Or whatever the hell the new expansion's called? She, you know what's funny? How much are you charging for an ETB of Ascended Heroes? You don't have to tell me, but oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. There was actually a very, you know what? 45 euros. Or is that GDP? How much is that in Canadian? 45 pounds, correct? 60 Canadian? You know what's crazy? They were selling locally for 160 ETBs here. 160. Insanity. 160. 80 bucks? That's good. That's a really, that's crazy good price. That's half price. That's retail. Yeah, there was, the nicest people I've actually ran into, for Pokemon stuff. It was out of EB Games, and we walked into the EB Games, and it was a brand new expansion. And I don't really collect Pokemon. She does. She loves it. That's her life. My life is Warhammer. Her life is Pokemon. And she's like, "Do you have any of this new set? I need this new set, please. Like, I've been everywhere, and it's all been scalped." And the guy's like, "No, I'm sorry, we're sold out." And then his coworker came over, and he's like, "Oh, we should have one box in the back." They were gonna hold on to it and open it themselves. And he's like, "Well, maybe we do. Let me go see." And so they actually brought out the box, and they sold it to us for retail, which was really nice of them. And technically, that's what you do at EB Games. You can't scalp or anything, but yeah. League or Warhammer? Well, I've done Warhammer since, like, 2000? Probably Warhammer. Technically. Like, Warhammer's been in my life for as long as I've been technically breathing. Almost. Yeah. I like both. I mean, League is amazing. I love League, but, you know, for the sake of Warhammer, it's like pure nostalgia. Like, you know those freaks who build, like, gaming rooms inside their house? If I owned a house, I'd build a Games Workshop in my basement. Give me $1 million trillion, and I will build a replica 2000s Games Workshop in the basement. Like, 100%. Stores like that are the ones worth supporting? Oh, 100%. Yeah. There's some weird stores locally where the owners are kind of just, like, strange, but most people are pretty normal. Dopamine, hello, sir. Yeah, Warhammer is so sick. I think my cognitive capabilities are waning. I need to finish this beard and then probably call it for now. There was something about the number one thing I miss the most is Warhammer in a mall. I grew up with my first two Games Workshops being in malls, and it is the most nostalgic thing for me. I miss that environment. I should use the other tool. I can't do this. Mall spaces are, like, sick as hell. I remember very vividly leaving the Return of the King and then going to Games Workshop, and they had, like, the Return of the King box set. Like, all that stuff is so cool. That stuff is just so awesome. Lord of the Rings here doesn't sell very well. And no one buys Lord of the Rings here. My local Games Workshop, I was like, yo, when's the last time you've had a Lord of the Rings game? And he's like, probably over a year. God damn. Uh, yeah, well, you're in the US, or you're in the UK. I'd imagine it's popular in the UK. Every Warhammer is popular in the UK because that's like the home of it, right? There'd be a very big problem if the home of Warhammer was not popular. No, it's cool. Lord of the Rings is sick. That's my favorite. That's my most nostalgic line. And I've got a lot of good memories with buddies playing and like building things. And we were planning on building a giant Moria board when I was very young, and like multi-layered, tons of dwarves, tons of goblins. Yeah, it was really cool. Many people full night. No, it's closed. All local LGSs. Only a staff member is there most of the time. It depends on the scene. I probably would live in your store, legit. You could hire me. I'll build your stuff. Zombiel, hello, sir. This guy knows the insider information. When are the dwarves coming out, Mr. Zombiel? He has an informant in GW. He won't tell me who it is, or else I'd have to be assassinated, and so would he. Relocate. I have a lot of shit. If I relocated, I would ask you to put some pieces in your store. I think a lot of people would love to see them. You could have some original Games Workshop art on your walls. That'd be pretty damn cool. Zombiel knows. He knows the details. He knows stuff about things that we're not supposed to know. You're painting your Hellsmiths. No. Where are the regular dwarves, the good ones? Not the ugly ones. Not the fake dwarves. His informant might already be dead. He's been cloned like Jim Carrey. That is the Jim Carrey clone thing. People have way too much free time. Get a life. You had this beauty influencer. You got voices, really. I see. There was a beauty influencer, apparently, who had gone around on his... He did, like, makeup and things for, like, celebrities and stuff. And he posted, like, an AI image on his Instagram stating that he was in Paris as Jim Carrey. God, come on. Who's gonna believe this? People are so strange. Like, that is... Think for 1 second. It's literally an AI image. Oh, you've got voices for ogres. It's Jim Carrey, dude. Are you one of those guys? Oh, God. It was Jim with, like, Botox. He had some fillers and stuff, and he seems happier. It's him, but it's him. It is him. Sorry, there's supposed to be new ogres coming out or something? Oh my god. The eye color. I don't know, bro. I'm convinced he's just moved on with some stuff. He's a clone. It was debunked. Well, it's not an impersonator, it's him. Who is that mentally ill? 3 unique heroes locked in. Unique Tyrant, Monster, Daughter of Glob Glittermaw, Unique Butcher, reworked as a War Machine. Jesus. Unique Maneater, Female Maneater's War Machine. Or War Master. On top of that, full upgrade crit across the range, new Hunters, new Mournfangs, new Butchers, new Tyrant, new Ogre Gluttons, new Iron... Jesus. Yeah, so it's a full refresh. Well, if you're an Ogre fan, so like all 3 of you, that's cool. I really want to see the new dwarves, man. I really, really want to. Like, as much as I love fantasy dwarves, there's nothing hyper than fantasy dwarves coming back in Age of Sigmar. Like, that's such a cool thing. I have my 2,000 points of ogres painted. That's awesome. I wish I could do that. I used to be painting things willy-nilly, and I didn't care at all. Like yeah, that's cool. Yeah, there's a guy, yeah. There was a guy in here as well who plays Fire Slayers. Excuse me. Yeah, the new design of the dwarves in Age of Sigmar is very, very clean. It's just they're very big. It's more proportion than sort of like the hero stuff they used to do. Freak dwarf players, it's a cult. If you like dwarves, you don't like them, you love them. It is a... Oh, look at the shirt I'm wearing. Whoa, that's another 50. That's one placement. How about the back? Well, you can't see it. I'm too fat. This is like the only clean shirt I have. Yeah, I do laundry. That is true. If it wasn't the 42 pounds I put on my face, it's the shirt on my body to hide the rolls. Britonia and Camry remade from scratch. Wait, sorry, what? That's another thing? Wait, Britonia is being remade completely for what? Old World? Wow. That's kind of a crazy theory. Where are you hearing this? This is not TGA, right? This is your informant, who is yet to be disclosed location, name, age. This is an maybe you work there. He works there. He is the informant. That's crazy. Listen, if I was the informant, I'd be crucified. I really want to see what the new dwarves are cooking. Like, I really, really do. When have you ever got Gazool on the tabletop? Or, like, Grungni in full force? You know what I mean? Don't expose me! You're good, bro. I don't know you. I don't know your friend. I don't know anyone here. Oh, man. Well, the fidelity is there. John Konami. James Workshop. Oh, they really? It's cool. I saw a guy selling their... There was a guy on eBay selling... I don't know what kind of... Like, some people are dumbasses, but the guy... He was selling Old World first edition rulebooks before they were actually published. There was a guy selling, like, test books. I'm like, illegal? And they're not even out yet. He's like, get them while they're hot. Like, the book's not even out yet. I'm like, what? I guess he didn't care. I've ordered from that guy years ago. Yes, it's not him. He's got some insane stock, but his prices are pretty high. I'll say this. He's not a dick. His prices are just high. Every interaction I've had with the guy, he's been very nice. Really? Oh, okay, well. Is he a dick? Okay. Well, when I dealt with him, that wasn't the case. That's okay. It is what it is, I guess. Yeah, his prices are very high. If I wanted Warhammer, I would go to the warp.co.uk. Right now, I'm on an Old Hammer binge. Yeah, I like the beard fidelity. It's good. It does not. Oh, are you serious? Damn. Really? Wait, so buying from, like, stores? I did not know that. Well, 401 Games is good. I did not know that, actually, damn. I guess you really don't know these people. I think there's a few stores in the UK. The Monster Merchants has a lot of stuff. I've seen their store. I think there was a bit of a thing going around with those guys for a bit, but Troll Trader's nice. Troll Trader's pretty cool. Troll Trader has like a lot of mix and matches. About the collector's edition of Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movie set, which contains all the Lord of the Hobbit, Blu-ray and 4K format. Normal price range for one is like $350. You know what? Yeah, you can get lucky on eBay. I've seen a million steals on eBay. People who buy things for like really cheap. Yeah. Sometimes people just want to get rid of them, you know? Right now I'm on a squat binge. I need to find a few more minis that I'm missing for this army, but I need to find a fair few classical things. This is done. Before I destroy something that I think is good, it's got to be done. It looks really good. Mustaches will be when everything is done. Yeah, when these are all dried. Sorry, let me just do this very quickly, just to make sure the impression is there. Oh, God. So, yeah, we did all the beards today. Very happy. The fidelity of the strands are very, very fine. Very good looking. I'm pretty happy. The mustaches will clearly make these minis, like, much better. Yeah, the mustaches will absolutely make these. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, I've been sculpting for a few days straight at this point. I'm no longer using green stuff. I'm kind of trying to lock in with, like, putties and things right now. So, yeah, we did the sleeves. We got the beards. Yeah, thank you. We have to do 10 of them. I'm trying to figure out how to do, heavy weapons right now. Spoiler, it will also build a Warhammer world in North America to have a foothold in the U.S. as well. The headquarters was... Yeah, I know that. They actually announced that. That is not a spoiler. But thank you. They did announce that, yeah. Ken Schmid. Depends on the game, we'll see. I gotta play League today. But I have to actually go take Mochi out, and I need to call the vet. So I'm just gonna kind of clean up this, and then we're gonna go. But yeah, very happy with the sculpting. You know, it's one thing to kind of be pleased, but to be happy is a different beast altogether. And I gotta say, if Ryan is still here, stock this stuff. You need to stock this. You need to stock this. This is so good. This blows green stuff out of the water. But it depends on what people like working with, because this is amazing. It's super, super, super easy to get on with. You should try it, man. People love it. A lot of people vouch for it. I will be one of them now. I bought it at a hobby store, and I'm like, let me try it. Like, holy shit. They come in these little packets. Super convenient, super easy. You get like 20, like 10 of them in there, probably. Yeah, they're nice. Super, super nice. Where'd you learn to sculpt? I'm just doing it willy-nilly. I didn't learn anywhere. It's just more of a patience thing, I suppose, and then looking at images. Looking at different pictures and things. There wasn't really anything that I kind of, like, looked into initially. This. Quick Type Tamiya Epoxy Putty Quick Type. There's 2 boxes of this. You have the 100 grams, which is a thick box, like really thick, and you get a bunch of them, and then they have smaller ones that I believe contain 1 of each strip. So this is supposed to contain 4, so I think that's like 8 or something. Oh, yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, it contains... There you go. So it contains 8 packets. So you get 4 this, 4 that. And then the other one is just a single packet where you get 1 of each. If you do Tom Mid, here's what you do. Warmogs, Heartsteel, D&D. Heartsteel's weird because you're not always able to get it, but yeah. Games are very fast and high elo sometimes. You just don't get to play at all. You're good. You know what you do? Sell Vaseline with it. I don't know the legality of creating kits, but, like, imagine how cool it would be to be, like, start sculpting here, and then it's, like, you put together a kit of, like, a tiny Vaseline with, like, some other stuff. Like, that'd be cool. I'm just yapping, but... yeah, Vaseline is, like, amazing for sculpting. It's just another facet of the hobby. The thing about sculpting and doing all these other things is, like, companies will try to sell you 500 tools, and then you'll have some guy who's been doing it for 92 years using a crooked toenail, and he creates, like, masterpieces. You really have to find what works for you. That's, like, the end-all, be-all, I think, of, like, miniature making, is you're going to be presented with a million options, but you have to find what actually works, and then kind of dump out the rest. So I just keep them in here. I've got, like... This is my sculpting set. I just keep my 3 tools that I use the most, my putty, and that's it. And then I put it on my shelf. Yeah. Learn from Watley. 3 melee champs. Heartsteel is good. That makes sense, yeah. For the sake of melee, I mean, if 3 melee champs are always going to be hit by Tom. Interesting that they don't have it, though. I think there was a guy in the Discord who said, it was your Discord. He was like, I don't know where to get this stuff. Yeah, no worries. I'll be leaving in a few minutes, though, because I just have to clean this up, and I gotta go take care of Mochi. What? Pure petroleum jelly for unisex? What? Why is it unisex jelly? Is that... What? Okay. Is that real? Like... Unisex jelly. Alright, I don't know. Okay. Sure, man. Unisex jelly. Like, okay, if you want to get into jellies, I'm sure, obviously you're going to have one or the other for, like, certain instances, but that's like standard jelly. Yeah. Whatever. It's the unisex sculpting set. That's cool, man. Yeah, I have, some Hobby Zone stuff coming soon, which I do want to build. Yeah, you're good, man. Peace, Ryan. And thank you again for the donation and for the link. That's cool, man. Thank you, bro. TheWarp.co.uk. And haven't in the UK. If you're in the UK, check it out. If you're not in the UK, wish you were in the UK. Well, actually, don't. Whatever you do, don't go to the UK, but mentally think you're at his store, but don't go to the UK. You don't want to be in the UK. Oh. I mean, it's a nice store, bro. Listen, I love hobbying. I love local scenes. Nothing is... I've never lived locally that is walking distance. If I had a walking distance hobby store, I'd be there 24/7. I love the culture of, like, gaming and stuff. I used to go as a child, still go today. Last time I was there, I spent 2 hours talking to the manager and the employee about 40K and fantasy and whatever else, and, like, we could have kept going, but I had to leave. So, yeah. It's Yap City. It's like the coolest place on Earth isn't Walmart, it's a hobby store. I did look at it, yeah. I don't know if I'll be using custom skins, though. Warp there. That is true. I'm too jellied. You know, Mark Merrill supports Warhammer tournaments. And I think even at Riot Games, they've got Warhammer tables, if I'm not mistaken. That's cool. If you're local to a hobby store, yes. Yeah, you can do a lot. Yes, I got to stream League today, but I have to go take care of Mochi once I'm done this, like, immediately. Mochi comes first. I'm trying to make it a habit of cleaning up my station before I leave every time, because if I want to sculpt, I can't have all this plastic shit everywhere. Plastic flakes and sculpts are just, like, the death of everything. Okay, before I go, really quickly, let me take a look at these again. That's pretty good. It's more of like a weird, rough, rounded... Yeah. If I don't like certain things, I can go in with a knife afterwards and, like, scrape out. This one's pretty good. The flow of that beard is sick. I'm pretty proud of that one. That one's good. Well, they are kind of like mittens, yeah. I think that was the first one we did. Yeah, still need the mustaches. Once the mustaches are on, it completes the look. It really does. The mustache is, like, the most important thing outside of the beard. They look really nice. And then this one was the final one we did. This one's, like, really, really clean. It's really smooth. Gragus's offspring. I gotta go wash these down, though, once they're done, because they're full of oil. One sec. I don't like something I'm looking at, which is not good news for my brain. It's just too hard. I can't do it unless I use the, why? These are just really old minis. So I'm effectively just giving them beards and making them look a little bit more modern. These minis came out in the 80s, late 80s. They don't have beards. None of them have beards, actually. Well, they do, but they're more like chin straps. Like Twisted Fate. Like, this is how it should look. And to me, that's not very Space Dwarf. That's like space, fucking, what are they called? Who are the people that live in the forest? And they don't pay taxes? Maybe they pay taxes. They're like pilgrims. They're like, the Amish! Kind of looks, a little Amish, I suppose. That's at least what, or Abe Lincoln, I suppose. I don't know what else to say about the look of it, yeah. We're just giving them beards to make them look a little bit more Space Dwarf. Yeah. I like it, though. The vision is there. The guns, all of them should fit. This one should fit without intruding on the beard. Yep. Sorry, I really have to go, but I just see this again, and I'm just, like, losing my mind. One sec. I've had these for a long time. I've had these... This was a project over 10 years ago. Roughly 10-ish years. And, now that the Votann are back, like the Space Dwarves, the actual, like, new Space Dwarves, I wanted to do my squat army. But these were local listings, eBay, everywhere. Like, for some odd reason, a lot of people have squats. Little guys looking great, thank you. Yeah, we gotta go, though. So that is gonna be it for me, folks. I'll probably be on the main channel today. I don't want to make any promises. We've just been so busy. Main channel stuff, ideally. But I gotta go take care of Mochi. I gotta go eat. And when everything's done, I will reconnect with everyone. So take care of yourselves. Thank you for hanging out. Everyone be well. And